Hey, Sassy fam. Welcome to your bonus check-in for September. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. Surprise! Christina, what's even going on right now? Okay, it's not the middle of the month. Where are you doing a check-in? It's supposed to be the Sunday shuffle. People have asked me where that voice has come from before. I legit knew someone in college who spoke like that. I'm not even making that up. Once you hear your name pronounced that way, Christina, you don't forget it. I've kind of adopted it ever since. Anyway, yes, we are doing a bonus check-in for today in lieu of the Sunday Shuffle. Typically, as we know, the check-in is for the middle of the month, but this has been a tight kind of recording week for me. I had some work going on around the house, so first I did a massive clean out, which is my preference for the fall, and now I'm actually having my garage made over into what is essentially a semi-professional gym. So I have been wanting to do this for years. I have finally given up my gym membership and made the dream come true. So now I can work out whenever I want, at any time, you name it. In fact, the final piece of equipment came in this morning, so once I'm done here, we're going to get into our sweatpants and just get back to it because it's so close to being done. I'm so excited, but there you go. And I didn't want to completely just not have something to deliver to you on Sunday, so a check-in's actually easier for me compared to the Sunday Shuffle. So here we go. I'm excited. Energy's good. I hope that you feel good. Fall is upon us. Oh, I get such an energy boost this time of year, as we've discussed. I'm loving it, and I hope that you are too. Oh, speaking of which, we are still in the fall review. Next week will be the fall review for the fire and air signs. We've already done earth and water. And I'm seeing some very interesting things comparatively to last year. I have to admit, it's been really interesting how many people, the collectives really, are looking at their devil stuff. Really looking at their devil stuff, trying to understand it, where it's coming from, how it affects them, how to kind of do that deep inner work, right? And then I'm seeing it apply in a 3D, which is ideal, right? Everything begins with the self. So I am so very proud of all my collectives who have really come to terms with some of the parts of themselves that are uncomfortable, but still there. Very much part of who we are, you know? If you say you don't have a devil in you, I'm gonna push it right back on you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, you do. And the more in tune we are with the devil, the better we understand ourselves. And so I'm seeing lots of people do that for the fall. And then it's reflecting in their relationships. I have seen so many people want to repair bridges over the fall. And it's beautiful, it's brilliant, it's inspiring, going back to basics in terms of friendship and just let's cooperate from here. So I have been saying that consistently, I want to say for more than 50% of the signs. So congratulations to you all. You know, when you do your inner work, it shows, it reflects in the energy, and I get to see it, and then I get to have the good fortune of reporting it back to you. So there you go. Let's continue to keep that up, guys. I love it. I love seeing it. I love seeing you all grow and develop and tell me your stories and your comments about the work that you're doing. So thank you so much. I love it. Proud of you all. Okay, there you go. Let's jump on into it. Like always, your sign will be timestamped in the description box as well as the comments. I got you. I will see you at your sign. Leo, like always, you're up first. Take what resonates, leave it does not, reverse energies as it applies. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Show me Leo in their person. Show me Leo in their person. Show me Leo in their person, please. Show me Leo in their person, please. What's going on for Leo and their person? Queen of Wands, Six of Swords, Three of Wands. You're looking out into the future. It's you're looking out into the future. What you're looking towards, I don't know. But a part of your mind has broken off and you're looking out on the horizon. I don't know if you're looking at someone or if you just have kind of a vague hope for something out there being on the horizon for you. But it's like you're looking forward to the future and I can't quite see why. But the idea of it excites you quite a bit with the Queen of Wands. It feels good in some way to think about a future outside of whatever your current circumstances are. It's interesting. You're looking outward. And it excites you. It thrills you. What do you see when you look out there? Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. You're seeing a future beyond something that it doesn't seem to be as complete as perhaps it's presenting itself. One moment. Yeah, there's something else beyond this. It's like kind of like somewhere over the rainbow. I see. And it is kind of like somewhere over the rainbow. I don't quite know how to explain it, but your energy is literally looking out on the horizon. And when you do this, I don't quite know what you're looking at, although just putting down your shared right now, I have an idea. And that's where I think your energy picks up and it is excited. You're not, I don't see you looking at your immediate circumstances with whoever's in approximation to you. I see your energy as being restless. You have a vision of the future. And it excites you. But it doesn't seem to have to do with your immediate circumstances. It's a little bit on the unknown side. Let me get to that. That's some high-ranking energy there that you might be reconnecting with relatively soon. I have something or someone next to you. I don't know who this is. It does not have to be a spouse, a significant other, etc., boyfriend, girlfriend. I just know that whatever this is, the offer isn't as appealing as it would seem. Now, it's interesting because the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, that's kind of a big deal. You don't get much more authentic or legit in terms of relationship than that, except the Five of Swords is attached to it. Whichever this offer is, and I'm going to go ahead and interpret it as an offer, as some sort of relationship, isn't as appealing as perhaps we would like it to be. It seems solid, except it's not. There's question marks surrounding it about its authenticity in terms of the future. It seems solid at the surface presentation. And perhaps its intent, as the Hierophant, is that it generally believes that it's solid, that it's a solid offer, that it's a solid contract, that it's a solid commitment. But it doesn't seem that way. It's like somebody saying, I want this, and that they mean it, but not really. So I don't know who that is to you, because it seems to be completely unrelated to your shared energy. That's who I see you looking out on the horizon for. Something else altogether. So I don't know if this is an offer, not a person, just it's an offer. It's feeling like an offer to me. I don't know how to explain that except it's what I do. I have to report it. It doesn't look like a person. It looks like an offer. The concept of an offer that is either pre-existing or in some way presented itself to you, and it looks solid on paper. It looks solid on paper. But it doesn't feel right. And perhaps it hasn't felt right in a long time, or it could be a brand new offer. It's kind of like it doesn't feel right. It looks solid. I'm looking at this offer. I'm looking at this potential. Maybe it's your concept of commitment altogether that you fundamentally don't care for. Something's not right with it. I don't know. But you're looking at that offer, and or it's around you. It influences you, and you're like, yeah, it's there, or it has the potential to be. And it just, it's not what I want, or it doesn't feel right. To renew it or to partake in it feels wrong. And anyway, over here, over to your shared, this is something else altogether and is yet to be fully revealed to you. I got some strong energy here today, honey. Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, you might have any of those aspects in your chart, in which case this entire board could be about you. And it could be an unappealing contract, not a person, like I said. But the moon, the lovers, the star, underneath our moon, in our most kind of secret places of water and depths, fantasy, illusion, dreams, hopes, desires, it's all in there. It's like a mixed bag of stuff we don't want to think about or feel about, because then we have to address how deep it can go. And sometimes we don't know how deep our feelings can go. And that in and of itself can be scary. So the moon, the lovers, the star, under our moon, a kind of secret hope, a very strong one. We desire a connection that's incredibly strong. It calls to us a great deal. I think many of you, for some of you, Leo is not your sun or your rising. Leo might be your moon or your Venus, if that helps you. Okay, if that helps you. Sometimes it helps people. But yeah, there's a big old desire here. A strong one for the ideal connection. Our dreams, hopes, wishes, wants, desires under the moon. In other words, it's not entirely revealed to you. And it's secret knowledge for some of you, yes. But how this has played out in your life is yet to be fully revealed as well. I agree. It doesn't feel like it's fully revealed because I see your spirit essentially looking outward towards something else, and that something else is right here. Not this construct here based in reality, and it's there, it's solid. It is. It's a committed contract. But it doesn't feel right. I don't know if that's one you're in or one that's been proposed to you. But it's kind of like if I continue to participate in it, I'd be lying. Or if I took that offer, it would be a lie. For some of you, it's a brand new offer and it doesn't feel right. Or to renew the offer, to keep it going, doesn't feel right either. And then in your overview, I have you connecting and or reconnecting with something or someone relatively soon. Or that's the hope, or dream, desire. I see you looking outward. It's almost like you're looking forward to the day you can move on. So for now, I'm defaulting that to as an interpretation of looking towards the future. Okay? Oh, this would have been a good one for an in-depth, honey. Damn. Dang, this would have been such a good one. I would love to do this one for an in-depth. Dang it. That is so good. This is like a good meal right here for me, honey. That's a good energetic meal right there. Any tarot reader who's worth their salt would love this one. King of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Scorpio for some of you. Your person could be Scorpio. Anyway, King of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, death is what I actually meant to say. From a practical point of view, okay, we're resisting something ending or transforming. I believe this is you. Who understands that perhaps a legitimate real-world contract might be there in front of your face, graspable, right? It's there, it's tangible, it's viable. But it doesn't feel like it fits you. We're still kind of resisting that. I told you I see you looking outward on the horizon towards the future. And when you do, your energy picks up considerably in a different direction. That direction. But we have yet to transform. We're still resisting this feeling. We're resisting an ending here from a practical point of view, and this is highly practical. As the King of Pentacles here, Taurus energy, you might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. It's like I can't allow this ending to happen yet. We're still resisting it. What that Three of Cups looks like in your future, I don't know, but it's coming up soon. Or has the potential to. It could be that we're continuing this, or it could be we might be reconnecting with this, but we're not entirely sure yet. But this was the most interesting piece by far. The way you look outward on the horizon to that which is not immediately in front of your face. It looks somewhere else to someone else. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Sag, welcome to your check-in. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies. Show me Sag, please. Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. Show me Sagittarius and their person, please. What's going on? Okay. The Star. The Hierophant. Wow. The Knight of Swords. That's amazing energy. Really beautiful. Yeah, they're into you too, honey. Okay. There was a cycle here. Yeah. Judgment. It's your choice. It's both of your choices. Especially since the cycle seemed to have happened to the both of you. So Judgment, there's lessons to be learned in this. So, okay, let me back up before I get into this. So all that beautiful energy just threw me off because you're both incredibly have gorgeous energy towards each other. I love it. Your side, you get the Star, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. You have such a strong desire in you to take action towards your wishes, dreams, wants, desires, and it comes in the form of solidity in a real place. You are committed. The Hierophant, you're committed to your hopes, dreams, wishes, wants, desires. You are committed to the star pathway, which is more complicated than the sun, but much more rewarding, as I often say. And you're willing to take action on it. You told me that. I'll pay that price. I'll take the action I need to take. You know, whatever it takes to make, this is what that is. This is what I'm willing to do to make my dreams come true, literally, because I'm committed to my goals. Yes, you are. So I don't know if this has to do with the relationship construct, but you are telling me you are committed to your goals, bare minimum. Whatever your hopes, dreams, and desires are, be that a person, a situation, place, circumstance, job, family, whatever, you say, I'm committed to them. It doesn't matter. If it's my star, I'm committed to it. I will take necessary action. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's done. It's solid. Put a stamp on it. Done. Right? I understand that. I take action towards my commitments. It's my star. I'm on that pathway. It's what I chose. I dedicate my actions towards it, yeah? And then I have someone surrounding you who is like, I'm into that. Ace of Wands, the Fool, the Page of Pentacles. Somebody wants to get in on that. They like your style. They do like your style. I don't know how familiar they are with your particular style because it's intense and this kind of energy is not for the faint of heart, you know? So that tells me you're driven. You know, and when somebody's driven towards it, it's very attractive. People get when you are that person who drives towards your star and you drive to your dreams and you drive to your hope and you commit to them and there's no excuses. I'll do what I need to do. That's very attractive to people. And I can see that someone's very attracted to that energy you're exuding. I just don't know how much they can put into it because, honey, it's like moth to a flame. I mean, we all admire that person who can do the real work and who can make their dreams come true, and we all get temporarily sometimes inspired. It's like, oh man, I wish I was like that, but I'm not. So I'm going to go back to doing this over here. So I can tell that someone is definitely reacting to you in that this is inspiring. Look at that Sagittarius. They're just knocking it out. They make their dreams come true. Everything they touch turns to gold. Oh my God. Oh, I want to open up towards that, but it's Page of Pentacles. So while they have beautiful... I'm inspired by Sag. I'm a little turned on by Sag. I'd like to open up to Sag, the Fool. It does feel a little bit flash in the pan, short-term inspired. Okay, but it is honest. When they feel it, they feel it. It's just I don't know how sustainable it is with that Page of Pentacles. It's like, man, look at that Sag go. That turns me on. I don't think I could do that though. Page of Pentacles. So I don't know realistically how this is going to come out in the form of the 3D. Because it does kind of feel a little temporary. I would feel better about this person's, as lovely, as light as it is, as encouraging as, and it's inspired, it's turned on. But as we know about turn-ons, they can be very temporary. We know it's legit when it's more than just a turn on. It's like it's always turned on for you, right? And that means it shows up more than just a Page of Pentacle. I would feel better if I saw a Knight here, okay? Or one of the Kings and Queens, and then I could be like, that's more sustaining energy. So I don't know. But yes, what you are exuding is very attractive, and it's clearly got someone's attention. Candle went out. Okay, I'll have to replace that. So it's going to shift from this one to another one by Aries. And then what's shared here is that King of Wands, excuse me, the World, the Ten of Swords. So it's looking like we closed the door in a particular chapter. You're showing me bare minimum yourself, and I am seeing you as a singular figure here. You yourself as the King of Wands, standing in your particular power with a sense of determination, passion, and this is what's correct for me as I best understand it. Not too long ago, I'm not really counting time and measures here, but I'm just going to go ahead and say not too long ago, you ended a cycle that was painful. It was something that you felt you had to do. I understand. Congratulations, even though it probably didn't feel that way at the time. No one's like, woohoo! Now, it's one thing when you celebrate when your divorce papers come through. That was a long time coming. But this isn't that kind of celebration. This is, I have to stand up in my power to do this, and it hurts. So I know that you ended a cycle, and it hurt, and you didn't want to, but you felt you had to. And Judgment, you're at that place now, I believe, that precipice of being offered a lesson, okay, a judgment call. This is your choice. I do believe this person's coming in as a form of lesson, okay? In terms of, you know, just because you're like this doesn't mean everyone else is. So while that blast of energy is open, light, and bright, it does feel a little childish. It does feel a little, I don't think they can sustain it. And that might be your particular lesson, especially if you had to end a cycle that addressed these issues already, about allowing people to come into your world who can only offer you short-term sustenance, short-term inspiration. I'm short-term into you right now, but I don't actually have a lot of stay power. I can't keep up with you. I want to get near you. I want to touch that energy. I want to be around that energy, but I can't actually do what you do. So I'm just giving you the heads up right now, especially if you are identifying with that kind of power energy. This is how you know if it's you. If you are identifying with this kind of power energy and you know you ended a cycle and you are attracting attention, it might be a kind of lesson. Hey, Saggy, did you learn from this? Just because you operate like this doesn't mean everyone else can. You're going to attract people, and you need to have a lesson about who you allow into your life. Because if all they can really rock for you is a Page of Pentacles, it doesn't really matter how buoyant and happy and turned on their energy is. If they can't sustain it, they can't sustain it. I mean, you're talking about something that I say all the time, you know, in messages. Don't step up if you can't keep up. And that's how I generally feel about my life in general. It's like, if you can't step up, don't keep up. I don't have the energy to carry you. I'm trying to fulfill my own dreams. So you're either pitching in with that, you're doing your own thing too, and that's cool, I respect that, or you can't at all, you know? So just FYI, okay? This looks like it's coming in relatively soon, all right? If it hasn't yet already. So something to keep in mind. I mean, otherwise, I'm not trying to knock a Ace of Wands or the Fool. I would just feel so much better if I saw developed energy attached to it. As it were, it's a little page. Okay. So it's cute. It's nice to get somebody's attention like that. It can even be fun. It's like, oh, thanks, you know, energy. But it's like also, you're going to be one of those temporarily inflated types. You can't actually sustain it, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know. Compliments and oohs and ahs are easy, but when you're the one who makes the fireworks, okay, it's a different gig. You're not enjoying it from the stands like the audience. When you actually have to make the fireworks and you're responsible for the display, it's a whole other set of responsibilities, okay? And then they can go ooh and ah, but they don't want anything to actually do with it. You see what I'm saying? Big difference. You know? Advice here, please. It's pretty straightforward. It was pretty straightforward. Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, the Magician. So you are manifesting, but do keep in mind, you are manifesting from a position of I feel good, which is great for the fire signs. I want to see Six of Wands for you guys. And so you are showing me that. That means that you're in a healthy place of my energy feels relatively balanced. Good. Like I said, for the fire signs, I want to see that. And you are manifesting, but here's what you got to keep in mind. This is key. You are manifesting from love, not from short-term influence or short-term attraction or short-term ooh and ahs. Ooh and ahs are for kids, okay? Ooh, ah, look at the magic trick, or ooh, ah, look at those fireworks. Okay, that's when you're doing business like this, when you're taking care of goals like this, when you're killing it in your commitments like that, it's commitment goals. Okay? You don't have time to be attracted to oohs and ahs, because oohs and ahs aren't going to contribute at all to your life. So if you're attracting from love, keep that in mind for your lesson. You need to be receiving love and not just like, oh, I'm super attracted to you right now. Look at all the work you're doing. Yeah, and they don't see the reality. They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. So if you want love, you're manifesting love through love, great. That's how you should be approached. Keep that in mind, okay? Because like I said, this seems to be coming up relatively soon. All right, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to go ahead and do a brief yours and theirs. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Show me Aries in their person. Show me Aries in their person. Show me Aries in their person. You know, I'm feeling so cheeky. I might just have a Coke Zero. I rarely drink soda anymore. Not really for health consciousness, to be honest with you. That's why it should be. But reality is because I can't stand the sugary taste anymore. But every now and again I'll have a Coke Mini. I do enjoy it. To me it's like a treat, you know? It's weird because I grew up in the 80s. That's all you did. Water was like this foreign thing. You didn't drink it unless you absolutely had to. So you grew up on sodas like Dr. Pepper specifically, Pepsi, and now I can't stand it. As an adult, I can't stand it. Blech, you know. But a Coke Zero, every now and again, one little one. Okay. Okay, learning to open up again. Your natural state of grace energy is here with the Queen of Wands. Okay? You're still rock and roll. You're still badass. You're still fiery. You're still beautiful. You're still gorgeous. Okay? Five of Pentacles. That kind of confidence has been cut in half a little bit. But you're showing me Page of Wands. I'm trying to open back up despite that. Let's see what you're trying to open up towards. Three of Swords. 10 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Well, honey, if it's so hard, I just... Let's see that shared real quick. See, that annoys me. That I don't know if you can tell, but that annoys me. The Queen of Pentacles, good. Know your worth, know your value, and I want you to take care of you, especially if this person's saying things are just so hard. Well, when somebody says things are just so hard, believe them. Okay, it might be a temporary inflation of negative energy. Cool. In which case you back off. You need some time off. They need some time off. Fine. I understand. I respect that. But if somebody's like, everything's just so hard and I'm constantly weighed down and I have no time for you, then you definitely need to exit stage left, even if it's temporary. I don't know how long that is, week, months, whatever, years. I don't know. But when somebody's showing me that heavy, everything's hard for me right now and I have no time, I'm maintaining a foundation, I'm laying down those pentacles, all my resources are going into this, I really don't have time for you, Aries, then you need to believe that. I want you to go take care of you, okay? Take care of yourself, take care of your personhood, take care of your energy, take care of your home, but please do not focus on this and showing me that you're showing me a Page of Wands. Yes, I know you've been hurt by this. I know you feel like you've been abandoned by this, and I can see why. They have next to no time to spare you at all. That's why you were feeling a Five of Pentacles within this dynamic, but a willingness to be open towards it. So I don't want you to go beyond a page. I'm glad that you're a little bit more open towards this in terms of I'm willing to work with you or I'm willing to open myself back up towards you, but keep it small. I want you to focus that energy on you because intuitively you understand that if things get pushed much further, there will be a permanent ending, in which case you're going to be a free agent. With the Fool. Not to put too fine a point on it. But yes. Would you like to kind of reopen the case with this person? Or to keep it going? Just a little bit. Are you better suited to seeing to your own needs in the interim? Absolutely. I don't want you to be that Aries putting your focus on this and ruminating. Why haven't they done? Why haven't they done this? Why haven't they done? No, this is going to get you nowhere, honey. If you know your worth, you know your value, then you will not settle for whatever little pages this person has the room to throw at you, honestly. Because if they're that way down, that burdened, and they're that busy and that incapable of putting their sticks down long enough to cooperate with you or fix things with you, believe them, okay? I just saved you a whole trouble worth of, well, therapy bills. Okay? It's like people just like, why can't they I'll just wait. Don't wait. Take care of yourself. Take care of your needs. Okay? I understand responsibilities like that. I understand stress like this. But it's not going to help you at all to try to throw your hat in that particular arena. If they say they have no room for you, believe them. Okay? And intuitively you feel that it's on the precipice of ending. You do. And in which case, part of you, if I'm being perfectly honest with the Fool, is relieved. That way you don't have to feel like you're on standby mode or that they can't abandon you or break from this anymore. So part of you actually anticipates the ending of this. It hasn't happened, but the idea of it kind of makes you feel free. Okay? So back to the main point. You take care of you. You don't wait. Don't wait by the phone or whatever it is people do now. Don't wait. Don't scroll. Don't do that. See to your own needs, okay? They got responsibilities, cool, but I'm sorry, I have to default to some really old school stuff. How someone treats you is how they feel about you. If someone treats you as it's just, I have too much going on, and they treat you like one more thing they have to deal with, then do yourself a favor, remove yourself from the situation, and they don't have to deal with you at all. Do you want to be dealt with? No. There you go. If you are indeed important in someone's life, they make the room for you. No excuse. And this person looked like they got excuses for days. Okay? And part of you, here's what kills me, part of you knows it intuitively, and you're almost excited. You know what? I hope I don't have to put any more work into this. I know my worth, I know, but this is crazy. Why am I doing this? Something to think about. Let's get some advice, please. 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 I like how your energy is in moderation regarding this. You understand it hurts. You understand the separation. But also, you're not putting any more into it than you should at this time. I completely agree with this. I just want you to stick to that, okay? All right. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. It's like this. Whatever the offer here is, this Ten of Pentacles is showing up again with this person. They don't seem to have it in them to give you more. I agree. I just agree. I agree. Whatever it is that they were trying to offer you, whatever the sincerity behind it is that they're not emotionally in it. And if you were looking for this person's emotions, it's literally like them saying, I'm trying to give you something, but I myself personally am not feeling it, but I'm trying. Again, is that something you want to be connected to? I'm not saying that they're whole. What I'm saying is, it's like you got to know what you're offering, or what's the point? What's the point of giving someone a pentacle if your heart's not in it? And if that's what kind of connection this is, then that just means they're giving because they're used to it, or they're not paying attention, which again doesn't make sense. You know, that might be how they treat other things in their life. I got to put energy in here and here and in here. Again, I'm not looking for you to comply. I'm not looking for you to throw me a bone. Okay? I want your heart in it. Where's your heart? Your heart's not showing up? Then you're Ace of Pentacles. You know? I get it. And it's like, trust me, honey, I respect your foundation. I got one too. Okay? I got one too. And if that's where their work is, if that's where their heart is, then that's where it needs to stay, because it doesn't seem to have as much room for you. You know this. You're not stupid. Okay? All right. I hope this helps you. You put it in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Show me Aquarius in their person. Show me Aquarius in their person. Show me Aquarius in their person. Once more. Your person does not have to be a spouse, significant other, or a lover. Is whoever fits the dynamic, or not at all. In which case, check your other placements, all right? Because it's not resonating. There you go. What's going on, please? What's going on, please? What's going on, please? Show me that Aquarian energy in their person. I don't know. They keep shuffling yours. It's interesting. Sometimes, you know, folks take a little bit more to tune into. Page of Wands, Five of Cups. Okay, Ace of Swords. You're hurt and you know that you're hurt. Okay, the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups. Okay. Okay, you're showing me disappointment, and that's your particular truth as you understand it, with the Ace of Swords being your master symbol. I have someone connected to you that doesn't want to seem to really open themselves further in terms of emotionality. It's hard for them to bring it together. I don't know what the level of commitment is here. That's very interesting. Let's see, that Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Moon. It's unclear if this will survive. Okay, that's pretty intense, honey. The overview, that's you. That's you. That's your power card in your overview. You want to get back to feeling like you. Very much so. So again, that is your power card. That's beautiful. I like it when people's power card shows up in the overview. It tells me that we have an idea of who we are and where it is we're supposed to be. Okay? Who it is we're supposed to be. And you want to get back into your state of balance, equilibrium with yourself, you name it. Back in tune with your wishes, wants, hopes, dreams, expectations, all that. In other words, you want to feel like you again. And that may or may not be in this context. And that's something you're going to need to sort out. That is not going to be an overnight decision. Or rather, not even a decision at this point. It's not going to be an overnight process. You being who you are, is that with or without this person or connection? Because there is a connection here, but it doesn't seem to be clicking on a deeper level. I'm not accusing you. I'm not accusing them. You both are showing me a certain level of, you're disappointed, you know this. And I mean disappointed, and it's fresh. It's upset, it's hurt, it's long-standing upset and hurt, but it's still with you. It's very current, it's still very real. Page of Wands. You have not really been able to open up towards this. It's been hard for you to explore it. It's been hard for you to express it, but you understand it mentally. You do. You understand it, and you want it to go away. You do. The sword isn't just about the thought, it's also about the action. You would love to cut out the pain, but the thing is, Page of Wands, you're not really open to doing anything about it, and I don't know why. It's like your heart's not in it to deal with it, to really give it its full weight and measure in terms of consideration and how it's affecting you. There's a million different reasons why you're not open to really resolving the pain yet. It's like a Page of Wands. It's like you're just now getting comfortable with trying to open up about it, or you're having a hard time expressing it. Just because it's crystal knowledge to you doesn't mean you know how to deliver it outwards, okay? And now I have someone attached to you who says that they're there, but they seem to be a little emotionally absent. Well, a little, quite a bit. Again, it's not an accusation. This person says, I'm here. I'm the Hierophant, I'm here, I'm showing up. Give me points, give me credit, I'm here, I'm showing up. But they're not showing up so well in the heart space. They're having a hard time emotionally connecting to this relationship, whichever this is. When they do, they do. It feels good, it feels light, it feels joyous. It's like, hey, we had a good day today. Good job on us, right? But Page of Swords, the insight on their emotionality is missing. It's a little small, okay? Why aren't they feeling more things about this? How come they're not connecting to the emotional... They're not... I'm sorry, I use the word connection a lot. We have to. It's collective readings. I don't know who I'm talking to, so we have to default to terms like connection, so it's very generic, I know. So the Hierophant and the Page of Swords, 3 cups. So while they are there, they're saying, I'm there, give me credit. Okay, emotionally, there doesn't seem to be as much development for this, or it doesn't feel like it used to. Connecting to it in the heart in a much bigger way, and it hasn't grown for a while. And what's shared between you is a big mystery of, is this going to survive? Is this going to work out? 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups, the Moon. Neither one of you seems to know yet. You're both afraid of it. You both feel it to some extent. But it's not really known to either one of you yet. And you, getting back to you, is the star. Your star, honey. Your pathway. Your dreams, hopes, wishes, wants, desires in this lifetime, as you best understand them. Do they include this or do they not? You need to figure that out. You being the star may have nothing to do with this person being in your life. Your being the star, again, may have something to do with this person continuing to be in your life. You just don't seem to be open to repairs. That's why I'm concerned. Like I said, you could just now be getting comfortable with this, trying to talk about it, but there's no any clear action on either side about how to bring this back into an emotionally functioning state between you two. It's very much in limbo. There doesn't seem to be much growth, never mind action, attached to it. I know you say you want to do something about it, but it's all resting on a page. And in between you two, there's a heap of disappointment and pain, and I don't know what's going on with us, and I don't know where we're going, but it doesn't seem to be good. So you, as the star, as a commanding power here in and of your own right, how do you see yourself? Being your highest self in this or outside of it? Okay, let's get some advice for you, please. Let's get some advice for you, please. Let's get some advice for you. Nine of Wands, 6 of Cups, 9 of Swords. That soul bond doesn't feel so much like a soul bond anymore. Perhaps it doesn't. It feels like we lost sight of the innocence of this connection. It feels like we lost sight of the emotionality seems to be the biggest point of contention between you two. You're saying you're upset and disappointed and nothing's changing. You know this. You don't know how to fix it or that you even want to. Or so you should. I get a very strong feeling, honey, that you're in a place right now where you're kind of like, should I just let this ride out? It kind of feels like that. I'm aware, but I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to let it ride out. And that's why I feel like you're both showing me the moon through all this pain and potential of an ending. You're both just going to quote-unquote let it ride out for the time being. I don't see a conclusive anything. So the only clue I have for you at all about what to do is how are you best form, with this connection or without it. Because your advice is to acknowledge the fact that while you two, even if you're not soulmates, you might have been together for a long time. Six of Cups is the suggestion of shared memories. Okay, nostalgia. But it's in between the worst nines. The Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. It's like somewhere, time having passed, the emotionality of this connection clearly doesn't stand up the same for you both. It has not passed the test of time. Typically, when we have ideal connections that are meant to be in our life forever, our feelings for it get stronger, not weaker. See what I'm saying? And it feels like in between the defensiveness and the blockage and the anxiety, we've lost sight of the true feeling. And I see that in this person. They say they're there. I give them credit for that. They're showing up for it, but they don't connect to it emotionally like the both of you used to, and neither do you. Okay? And I don't know, it's kind of like, should we let it ride out? Because neither one of us really knows what to do. You know, without further clarification, I can't give you much more advice than that, other than to just kind of point out the obvious here. I don't think this emotionally means the same to either one of you as it once did. And there's something to be acknowledged in that for both sides. At least get the ball rolling. That way we can take some of the mystery out of this, you know. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. You put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your check-in. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies. What's going on, please, for Gemini? In their person, show me. Gemini in their person, please. Show me Gemini in their person. Once more, your person does not have to be a significant other, spouse, or lover. It is simply someone who fits the dynamic, and if they do not at all, then it's likely not your reading, so check your other placements, yeah? What's going on, please, for Gemini in their person? Let's do one more. Show me Gemini in their person. Show me Gemini in their person. Show me. Show me Gemini in their person, please. The star, you know, I tell you, I shuffle so many times, and so many times, and so many times. And sometimes I see overlap, sometimes I don't. Theirs is pretty darn good. Oh, honey, someone loves you so much. Oh my God, stop. Oh my God, stop. Okay, there's been a little tiff. There's a little bit of a heated session between you and your person. As far as I can tell, you're both being stubborn. It is what it is, honey. It is what it is. I mean, this is what happens realistically between people. Yeah, there was a little tiff. There was a little argument. Overview, Eight of Swords, you're saying you can't see a solution to this right now. That is kind of willful blindness or self-imposed. It kind of, when we self-impose like that, the blindness, it's because we're not in a position mentally to address it yet. Typically, that's what happens. So what do? We procrastinate major issues. We put things off. That's not what happened. I'm totally blah. That's all Eight of Swords crap. If we are leveled up enough, if we're mature enough, we'll eventually get to the Eight of Swords and we'll start seeing things. Rather, when we are ready to see those things. Okay. And right now you're saying, I'm not ready to see some of these things, Christina. Let me tell you some of the things you're not ready to see yet. You want to reconnect with this person. It's not an accusation. I'm not trying to poke you. I'm not trying to piss you off. I can already tell you had a little tiff with your person. I'm not trying to add on top of it. It's the simple, bare, naked truth for the Gemini I'm looking at today. And they would like to as well, because they're crazy about you. Absolutely crazy about you. You know, honey, when love is that deep, sometimes you just... Two people can actually drive each other crazy. And it's like, why do I love you so much? You make me crazy. You know, that kind of thing. That's what I'm seeing here today. Okay. So you're showing me the Star, the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands. You're like, I'm open to reconnecting a little bit. Shut up. Eight of Swords. No, I'm not. Maybe a little bit. The Star, Three of Cups, it is your hope, wish, want, and desire to reconnect with this. And you can go ahead and show me a Page of Wands all you want. Okay, you're taking a large pile of energy and trying to whittle it down like it's no big deal. I understand. That's part of the Eight of Swords blindness. It's like, yeah, well, maybe I want to reconnect with it, but it's like, whatever. That's that Eight of Swords, you know, Page of Wands, he's a little guy. He can only execute so much energy, okay? It makes sense to me. Again, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just trying to explain it in a way that you can understand, especially if you're that Gemini who's in the Eight of Swords position of, no, I don't like that. Okay. Then don't worry about it. Because they want to see you again. They love you like crazy. And it's a soul bond. Of course it is. They want to talk to you. They do. Their heart space already is talking to you. They are emotionally connected to you. They're showing me high levels of, I love Gemini very much, and I would love to express myself to Gemini. If we had the opportunity to exchange cups, I would be open to it. It is sweet. You two have known each other a long time. You've shared cups. They do, however, want to share a certain level of emotional intimacy with you. They've made that very clear. But they're saying their side of the board, they love you like crazy. Okay. But they would like it. Here's the only, this is interesting. It's water across the board, so could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for sure. But here's their personal knight. So the knights are responsible for delivering information outside of us. They would love to express themselves emotionally to you, those sweet little words. You know, the romanticism, the vulnerability. I just thought I should tell you that kind of thing. Here's the thing. Here's the only caveat, and it's a reasonable one. They want you to exchange. If they say something sweet and romantic to you and lovey to you, they want you to do likewise. As far as I can tell, that's all they want is a fair exchange of emotions. You two may not be exactly on the same page, but they are saying, I want a sincere emotional conversation with you, even if your emotions don't match. And there's a good chance that they don't, because not everybody's emotions meet up at the same place at the same time. But it's kind of like saying, whatever you do feel, please exchange it with me. That's it. That's, as far as I can tell, the only thing that they're asking for. So, other than that, I mean, it's already there. By Six of Cups, by definition, by default, means two people in this soul bond have some sort of premise for love with each other. You can't have a Six of Cups otherwise. You just can't. You know? So maybe this person is very clear in their feelings, or they have very deep running feelings, or they've just known them longer. I don't know. But honey, I know that they're there. I know, because you're showing me a certain level of, I really want this, and you can't say I really want this without having some feeling in it. So just can you two just put your feelings together and everything will be okay. I see there was a little tiff. Okay, there's a little tiff. We had some positive fire, we had some negative fire, and somewhere in between things got all messed up. And Four of Pentacles kind of begrudging a point here. And there's a little bit of anger here that's been unresolved. It started out as passion, don't get me wrong. The passion's running both ways. I can tell that you two are crazy about each other, that's fine. You know, it's sometimes that emotional intensity can be as such as that we take it to a negative place. An argument happens, who knows what, and I can tell that you're both a little bit stubborn. They might be emotional, but they probably are emotionally stubborn. And you you want what you want, and so you're still kind of holding out too. And perhaps you got something sticking in your craw that you want addressed as well. Again, that's why we have to have an exchange here. You know, it sucks that the Four of Pentacles and some Five of Wands. What's an argument, honey? What's an argument between lovers? What's an argument? Honestly, that just gives you more reason to make up. Did you ever think about that? Honestly, what's all that desire between two people who are crazy about each other? Just gives you an excuse to make up, like I said. I mean, isn't that the best part about an argument? Really? Like, we both know. We might be angry with each other right now, but oh, imagine how much more fun we could have later. I swear to God, that's half the reason why people pick fights. I swear to God. There's attraction in drama a little bit. Yeah, there's why some people are addicted to it. Now, this isn't a drama relationship. I think you two had a dramatic moment that turned into a sticking point. Okay. And holding out unresolved anger, well, I'm not going to address that. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of blah, 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 or whatever it is. Okay, again, that's all part of the Eight of Swords delusion. I'm not going to address it. I don't have to. I shouldn't have to. No, that's Eight of Swords. It's an excuse to keep us blind so we don't have to address it. Okay, you both would actually like to get on some sort of same page for the purposes of reconnection and get that good mojo flowing back between you two again. All right, so let's call it for what it is. Now, will there be, I don't know. It depends on when the Eight of Swords gets cleared up. I'm going to go default to you because that's in your overview. So when you can see things a little more clearly, perhaps by what you really want and how you should know how they really feel. I mean, that person's packing a lot of water. How do you not know how they feel? So it's like if you could have all that good, lovely between you one. Now, yeah. What do they want? They want to exchange emotions with you. They want you to say your feelings. What is that? That's nothing. That's nothing compared to what you feel. Okay? That's it. You can take the blindfold off. Okay? Look at all that deliciousness. Who wouldn't want to drown in that? Okay? That's a sangria on a hot day, honey. What's going on? Let's get some advice for you. Chariot, Justice, Six of Pentacles. It's inevitable. I'm saying it's inevitable. Could be in Libra season. We already exited Cancer season. But eventually somebody somewhere is going to pony up the dough and get that activity generated. So in other words, we come out of the blindness. So at some point, yeah, somebody's going to come forward in a way that's actually very honest, forthright. Let's balance this out. All right, it's kind of like an agreement to let's put down our weapons. That's interesting. Where'd that come from? You two don't actually have weapons. That's not it. Is it? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. No, let's put down our weapons. No. I think the argument here, let's talk. Bare minimum, no expectations, but let's try to meet in the middle. This is literally meeting in the middle, but with sincerity with the Chariot. That's middle energy right there across the board. Okay? Half and half. Straight up. I'll meet you if you meet me. Let's work this out. If anything, we can get the points cleared up. All right? I do like this. That's honorable. It is honorable, and it is forthright. And it is literally a halfway meeting energy, so I see them responding in a way that says, yes, okay. So Six of Pentacles is just another representation, but a lesser representation of justice, same thing. But it's based in reality, not just the spiritual energy behind it. Yeah, so for some of you, for sure, Libra season. I'm not going to give you too much more on that, because then other signs will be mad at me. But I think this pretty much speaks for itself. Okay? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. Take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies. Show me. Show me Libra in their person. Show me Libra in their person. Show me Libra in their person. Like always, your person does not have to be a significant other, spouse, or lover. It's anyone who fits the dynamic, and if there is no fit in that dynamic at all, it's not for you. No problem. Check out your other placements. What's going on, please, for Libra in their person? Show me Libra in their person, please. Show me Libra in their person. Show me Libra in their person. It's kind of like Aquarius. I felt the need to give you a little extra shuffle there. It's interesting. Tower. Okay. Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. That's interesting. Typically, I see the reverse. I was feeling good, and then I wasn't. And then you're saying I wasn't feeling good, and now I'm great. I'm leveled out. Ooh. So, King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups. We just got to make up our mind on how we feel. Seven of Cups. Somebody here is confused on their feelings, and as far as I can tell, it's once that's cleared up, there's no problem. None at all. It's interesting. You showed me something happen, the Tower. And it was disruptive in some way. But it was helpful disruptive because you're showing me that you benefited from that particular tower. So it might have been shocking. It might have been disruptive. It might have been a little scary. It might have been, holy heck, what just happened here? I just know that all towers ultimately benefit us, even if at that time it seems like there's no way that could possibly benefit me, Christina. That was scary. And all this stuff happened, and then they were screaming, and then, okay. So, again, ultimately, all towers are meant to benefit us. It's just how we deal with it at the time doesn't feel like a benefit. So, it's fast forwarding after this tower. I would love to know what that is, but I do know this. It kind of puts you at peace with some part of yourself. And I'm sorry it's so vague. But Knights of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles, you started showing yourself energy that suggests I need to show enthusiasm for me and more about who I am and what my self-worth is. It's kind of like you had a very strong energy redirect. You might have been putting energy out there to everyone else and anyone else, temporary attraction, temporary heat, temporary something. And then you ended up taking all that Knight of Wands energy and putting it into you. And in that respect, I think you had some sort of energy conversion. I do. Because you're telling me, once I started to put all that delicious, fiery energy into myself, I started to understand myself better. So that Tower, again, was in your benefit. Okay? It was. It's hard for me to explain it. I wasn't there, and I'm not clarifying. But you started to direct or redirect your passion and enthusiasm into you, and to really understanding who you are, what your self-worth is, okay? And what that kind of passionate energy means to you. So, whatever was going out from the outside started going inwards. Someone surrounding you, King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Man, you know, this person's got a little bit of everything. Strong heart, strong sense of independence. This is me, this is who I am, this is what I stand up for, this is what I believe in. And they're kind of a, you know, I typically interpret the Ace of Swords as that having a strong truth, and I'm sure that they do. They have a strong truth, but I also strongly suspect this person has a strong mind. It's just coming across that way. Someone who is intellectual, but also emotional. And fiercely independent. Okay, so they have some really strong characteristics attached to them. If I'm describing this person, you know who they are, then you know who they are. There's really no mistaking this. This is not a vague personality. They have a very strong personality. And then what's shared between you is confusion when there shouldn't be. Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups. Somebody here singularly understands that this connection makes them very happy. But then when it comes time to exchange that happiness, this is how I feel, this is how you feel, that's when the thoughts and the words get all mixed up and screwed up. And so they're saying that shouldn't happen. You know how you feel. Somebody here knows how they feel when they're around the other person. It feels good. It feels very good. It feels personally good. Being around this connection reminds us to love ourselves and how much personal love of the self comes forward when we're connecting with the right person. When you connect with the right person, you should be feeling love for yourself. Not just them, but for you. Everything begins with the self. So someone here is being strongly reminded, you feel really good about you when you're with this person. There should be no confusion about how to express those feelings. Just share them. In your overview, you have a Seven of Cups. That tells me you're the one who's sometimes overwhelmed with your feelings. It's not an accusation, so don't take it as one. Okay? That would explain also to me the Tower that you experienced. If you feel like all your best emotions, your most intense emotions, your loving emotions, your passionate emotions were going outside of you, and you weren't redirecting them into yourself, it would make sense then that you were confused or emotionally confused about other people if you didn't really know how you felt about yourself. You understand? So there was something about that Tower that allowed you to redirect your best energetic qualities back into you, and then you really started to feel more love for yourself, I think. And I don't think you need to go through this thing at all about how do I really feel about this. I think you actually already know, and it's a matter of time before you really get into full terms with it. Okay, because this person's saying they know their heart very well, too well. If anything, it's a sharp knowledge to them. And there's just a mild accusation here, and I saw something maybe comparable with Gemini's, is that there shouldn't be any confusion about the feeling at all. We know how we feel. But sometimes we act like we don't know. And whoever says that they're not really sure is the one that has a hard time speaking on an equal level. These are my feelings, these are your feelings. So in terms of 3D, I don't see anything happening yet. I'm seeing a lot of, don't get me wrong, this person's living very strongly in the real world, so are you. I'm just not necessarily concerned, or convinced, I should say, that your worlds are in each other's proximity. You have a real world concept, so do they. So I know that you two are very much emotionally, bare minimum, energetically attached. This isn't quite done yet, nor should it be. There's a lot left here to explore. There's a lot more beauty in it. And what has yet to be fully shared is the extent of one's feelings, because we're still in the discovery process. So whatever that tower was, while it might have been scary, it helps you. It helps you. It helped put the feelings back into you and understanding your self-worth, quality of care, and that your best feelings are for you, not for others. And that there's no need to be confused about emotions when you know who you are. Okay? I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry. It's this person's not vague at all. They're actually incredibly sharp. This is that person who's like, this is how I feel. I love you. And I know it. What do you think about that? That's kind of the energy that this person has. So it's kind of like, it's really straightforward. It's really straightforward. So that's it. Really. I hope that you two get to exchange again. I do. There's so much to be felt here and so much to be discovered here. 4 Cups, upset. King of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. Yeah, someone's upset, but I see them pushing past it. Pushing past the upsetness. So you might have some very strong earth in your chart. I see you pushing past the upsetness to communicate at some point when you're ready. Okay? When that readiness is, I don't know. I just know that that tower, I have such a strong impression that it was both scary and liberating at the same time. There was something in that confrontation that was needed. I don't know what kind of confrontation it was. If it was with this person, with universe, the God itself, I don't know. But it seemed like necessary confrontation. But it did its job. It made you realize that the best of your emotions are for you first. And whoever coaxes them or makes you feel like you're best when you're with them, then that is indeed someone worthy to be in your life. Okay? When they remind you of who you really are and what you can really feel, that is indeed a worthy connection. But yeah, I see that despite the upsetness here and the difficulty, there's the communication eventually coming through. But you, sure, by them, possibly, but I do see this as you. Okay? There you go. I do hope this helps you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your bonus check-in. Like always, we're going to do a brief yours and theirs. So take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Show me Taurus and their person, please. Show me Taurus and their person. Show me Taurus and their person. Show me Taurus and their person. Like always, your person does not have to be a significant other, spouse, or lover. Okay, it's anyone who fits the dynamic. And if there is no fit at all, don't force it to. Check your other placement, yeah? What's going on, please, for Taurus and their person? Show me Taurus and their person. Show me Taurus and their person, please. Knight of Wands. Ooh! Oh. Why? Dude, yours like Knight of Wands. Yes. 6 of Wands. Yes. 10 of Swords. I was already say you look frisky, and then you went 10 of Swords. Oh, Taurus, honey. 6 of Cups, Ace of Swords, the 5 of Swords. Well, that would explain it. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't blame you for that, Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're a little detached right now. You're a little cold, a little analytical. I don't blame you. That's quite the... It's like having your balloon punctured. That's quite a dramatic puncture. I can kind of see why. Not all is well in the Taurus neighborhood, honey. You know, you had such great enthusiasm, great energy, great joy, a lovely sense of confidence, but for some reason your confidence got cut in half very drastically, very dramatically. I can kind of see why. I feel like... God, how can I put this? You're so joyous and happy, and like I said, you look downright frisky on those first 2 cards, and 10 of Swords. Like, what the hell happened to your confidence? What the hell happened to your oomph, your energy, your vitality? What happened there? Passion, whatever, I don't care. You went from, oh, beautiful, oh, freeze a bird. 10 of Swords. What happened? And then I got someone at 6 of Cups. I'm like, oh. And then it got increasingly not great. Ace of Swords and the 5 of Swords. I can kind of see why your confidence got cut in half. Honey, somebody was just... I don't know how else to put this except somebody was just straight up mean to you. I don't know if they spoke out of turn. I don't know. But it feels like... It feels like not nice at all. And it's meant to be from someone whom you've known a long time, possibly a soul bond or a soulmate. And it looks like it happened relatively recently because you're hurting a little bit. The thing is it was deceptive. That's the biggest issue. It's one thing where we would tell somebody a truth and it hurts, but at least it's honest. This is a not truth. That's why I'm a little concerned here. And it kind of pulled the rug out from underneath your feet, which tells me that you believed it. Or how could they say something so egregious like that? They know that it would hurt me. And it did. It hurt. It was quite cutting. The thing is that it was a lie. That's why I'm concerned. Like I said, hard truths are one thing. Hard truths are hard truths, but at least they're truths. Painful as they might be, at least they're honest. That means that somebody somewhere is giving the respect of dignity to say the truth, even if it hurts. You, them, whomever. But that's dishonest. And just because you've known somebody forever and a day doesn't mean that they get to talk to you like that. I don't care what the justification is. I don't care if they had a bad moment. I don't care. You know, but it hurts you. I mean, you went from being, I would dare say, buoyant. I don't get to see you like that too often, so I'm upset for you. I very rarely get to see you like that. You're so light. Like I said, you look downright frisky. You know, it was like you were like a bull playing in a field of flowers, and then the hell. And I can kind of see what the hell, and it's almost like I don't even know if they feel bad about it. That's why I'm upset. I don't know if they feel bad. I mean, just you know, honey, that 6 of Cups could be anybody. Sorry, daughter just got home from patrol duty, so she walks home from school now. I'm so super proud of her for that. Okay. Anyway, I don't care if they've known you like yesterday or all your life, like it's a childhood friend, because that's the 6 of Cups too. This is nostalgia. So it could be anyone from a childhood friend to a brother or a sister, someone in your soulmate tribe. I don't care how long they've known you. It doesn't matter. That there's no excuse. There's no excuse to talk to somebody like that. It's like they said what they said knowing it would cut you. Okay, so keep that in mind. And I think you're trying to, because you are, even though it's a little detached. I don't blame you if you're a little detached towards them, or a little... No one would blame you for that. No one would blame you for that. So it's kind of like it's better to be cool with them, okay, than to try to get in line with that argument, the lie, or the fire, or any sort of negativity attached to it. So I know that you yourself are trying to look at this from a reasonable and or rational point of view. That makes perfect sense to me. But just don't use that rationality to excuse the behavior, because that's not excusable. It hurts you. They had the intention here to cut you in half, and that's what happened. 5 of Swords is lesser than the 10 of Swords. It's an equal division of energy. So their intention was to lie in order to hurt. Now, it might have been a spontaneous thing. They might have just said this in the moment, knowing it would hurt you, specifically your confidence. That's why I'm bothered. It's like, oh no, Taurus is feeling too good. We can't have that. Let's say something. Their day up real quick. So it might have been a momentary thing, but it was based in downsizing your sense of self or ego. And there is such a thing as healthy ego, guys. It's called self-interest. It's what keeps us alive. Not all ego is bad. So I don't automatically assume the 6 of Wands is bad when I see it. You have a right to see and be seen when it's a job well done, or you're feeling good about yourself. What do you think whistling down the street is? It's just I generally feel good about me, you know. And you were feeling so good, and so I'm a little pissed for you. It hurt. And now for that so-called shared isn't very shared. Even this is straight up you. Under your moon energy, you're like, I think I'm going to put some distance between myself and this person, and I don't blame you. It's under the moon, and you're kind of, but here's the thing, it's running kind of deep for you in terms of your subconscious. So it's affected you quite a bit. It's back there, and this might be a relatively new energy into your moon. Okay, most people have a running idea a little bit of what their moon is. It's not complete deniability, but you couldn't help but open a brand new moon avenue, if you will, into that Page of Wands. Because now you're like, well, somewhere in the back of your subconscious, you're starting to think about, maybe I should separate myself from this Nine of Pentacles. So that's all it took, honey. All it took was that one moment of distrust, discord, maliciousness, poor intent, a lie, or something that was done maliciously to hurt you or just to trip you up, even if it was momentarily, and they're like, I'm going to say something to the they're just too happy and I can't have that. Whatever the hell it is. I don't know. But what took seconds put a seed, a new seed, as far as I can tell, a new page under your moon to be like, Nine of Pentacles. Maybe I should really separate myself from this completely. We're talking full independence from this. So I don't know how bad that was. I know that it put enough in there, enough doubt into your mind, into your heart, into your subconscious, into your spiritual self, to be like, maybe I should do a full separation from this Nine of Pentacles. Maybe I should go my own way. Bare minimum, you're going to distance yourself for a little bit from this, because I see you being cool with them already. Like, you can go ahead and tell me whatever. I'm a blank slate. No, you didn't upset me. Why would you think that? No, I understand. It was heat of the moment. No, I wasn't offended by that. That's that Queen of Swords. You know, so it's that coolness. You're trying to give them that respect of possibly benefit of the doubt. But it affected you quite deeply. You went under your moon. So whatever it is, it cut to the quick, and it was very personal. And I am sorry, honey. Let's get some advice for you. Whether or not you will actually fully separate from that and go your own way, I don't know. But there's no taking that back. It's there now, and it's kind of embedding itself into your moon. Yeah. Ooh. No, that's not nice. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck this is. It's whatever that Six of Cups is to you, as I best described it. It looks like it's relatively fresh. Like this happened fresh. I mean, like this was just planted, and your reaction to them now is cool, calculated, detached. And I know that's you. That's you saying, I'm not taking this personally, but you did. And guess what? You were supposed to. You know, it's not cool. Whatever that is, it's not cool. Like I said, it's one thing when you get a hard truth, but at least it's honest. Okay? That means whoever it is talking to you actually cares about you and loves you and wants to say what they need to say, no matter how hard that truth is, and you to them. That's what real honest exchange is. But that was malicious. That was malicious. I don't know, honey. I don't know. Maybe they have a little history of doing something like that, poking you on purpose. That's not cool. That's not cool. I don't like it. Shit! Oh, Taurus, honey! Oh no, that's an outstanding problem, huh? It is an outstanding problem. Because it looked like a momentary flash in the pan thing, but you have a history with this person. Yeah. So I don't even know if this person's a soulmate so much as the Six of Cups is just time. You've known this person over time. They've done this before. You got a little history with them. But here's the thing, the way it was delivered with that Ace of Swords, like, I know this is going to fuck Taurus's day up. I want it to. That's why it's a problem. That's why it's hitting your subconscious so hard. And that's why you started to open up a little bit towards that Nine of Pentacles. Well, maybe I should completely separate myself from this. No shit. That's the advice you're getting too. Damn, Gina. Whatever that is. You might... I know that's quite the dramatic thing, mind you. I'm not doing clarifications today, and I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just not. But I mean, that's pretty straightforward. He was kind of headed in this direction, closing a particular cycle out if it means opening up to emotional support that's correct for you. You know what I'm saying? So whatever this connection is might be seeing its final days. Weeks, months. I don't know. I can see you're still talking to it, but you're keeping yourself distant from it in the ways that count. I don't blame you. I think this, whatever this is just has really started the beginning of the end. Okay, I hope this helped you, and I am sorry that you had to experience this. I can't help but conclude this as a long-standing issue with one person. It looks like that to me. You have enough evidence at any rate. Okay, all right, I hope this helped you. Okay, put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs today. Show me Virgo and their person. Show me Virgo and their person. Show me Virgo and their person. Show me Virgo and their person, please. As always, take what resonates, leave it does not, reverse energies as it applies. Your person, quote-unquote, does not have to be significant other, spouse, or lover. Okay? It's anyone who fits the bill. And if there is no bill fitting, then check your other placements, yeah? All right, what's going on? Strength, the sun. That's a lot of Leo energy there. It's very beautiful. It's very bright. It's very bold. It's warm. And then you dialed it back just a little bit with that Queen of Swords. Now, the King, Queen of Swords, they are known for their determination. Right here. It's like, if I see it, I'm going to do it, right? And you're like, I'm going to feel good and warm about this. I want to. I'm going to make it happen. Let's dial it back, but I'm still determined. So it's like you're not trying to show how good this would make you feel, but it does mean quite a bit to you. It's interesting. It's interesting. Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords, Judgment. You know, they're worried about the future of this, if there is one. They have so many questions that they would like answered, specifically the meaning of all this. Oh my, that's quite a bit. You got a deep thinker over here. Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, the World. We want to put the mystery out of it. Okay, we want to put an end to the mystery here. Queen of Pentacles from a place of knowing one's self-worth and value. Knight of Wands, the energy, the enthusiasm, the oomph, the drive. You might have some very strong Leo aspects in your chart. You are determined because something feels strong to you in terms of quality, personality. I want to do this. It feels warm to me. The idea of it makes me very happy. Nevertheless, I kind of have to remain a little detached. I think you're trying not to show your hopes getting up. It's like I still have to be reasonable. I still have to be rational. Okay. What you're putting forward, I couldn't say. I just know that you're going to. The determination in you is real, but it's coming from a good place. But also, like I said, not wanting to get your hopes up, because the idea of doing this makes you feel good. But it's kind of like I don't want to overstep it. Whoever's surrounding you, as far as I can tell, you two are not currently attached in the 3D, the real world. But they think about you a lot. That's very clear. Extremely clear. They think about you a lot. They think about your connection a great deal, specifically the meaning of it, with judgment attached to it. What was the meaning of this connection? What was the lesson in it? What was the purpose? There's a stress here to solve that particular mystery within them. They're not asking you, they're asking themselves. They're asking God, they're asking Spirit, they're asking anyone, but you two aren't currently talking. I think it's a matter of time, however. Or not. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. This is the Virgo I'm looking at today. Okay? This person's very intelligent, but it's kind of like their mind works against them, or they're anxious, you know. But they think about you a great deal. Specifically the meaning of it. What was the point? Judgment. What was the lesson in this? They're trying to unravel it. They think about it. They ponder on it. They take notes. Goodness knows. Goodness knows. But that's a lot of dedicated thinking. And specifically dedicated thinking towards the greater scheme of things. What was the point of this? And shared isn't quite so shared. I'm seeing it as you. Sometimes the shared is like that, especially when there's no 3D activity, but there's a lot of energetic activity. I will often see singular energy, and that's what I'm seeing here today. You, with the Queen of Pentacles, from a place of comfort, care, and knowing oneself, self-worth, self-value, you're showing me you want to put an end to the mystery, the moon. Okay, whatever that means to you. The coming out of the moon, getting more in touch with our sense of self, making our subconscious more conscious. The world is attached to the moon, so that's a good thing. That means we're coming out of the moon about ourselves, what we're doing, thinking, feeling, getting more in touch with who we are. And from a good place of understanding within us, knowing what to do after that. And you have energy for this, Knight of Wands. You want to. You're excited. You're showing me a lot of warmth here today. A lot of sun. A lot of sun, a lot of fire. You might have some very prominent fire in your chart, specifically Leo. You have energy for this. And it's good energy. It's healthy energy. And if you know who you are, your energy will do well for you. Okay? You'll know what to do. Just if it helps you at all, they think about you a lot. And the connection a lot. I'd like to see more of their feeling, but their mind is a beehive of activity. Specifically, the point of it, the lesson of it, what's to be learned from it. They kind of have a sticking point about learning. They need to know what to be learned from it. What do I need to learn from this? What do I need to learn from this? So this person might be highly intellectual, a thinker, someone who's very spiritually attuned, and they're trying to find answers to those very difficult questions. Someone who's philosophical, existential, because their whole thing is, what's the greater meaning of this? So they're not even showing me a concentration of feelings so much as really trying to understand. And perhaps they're seeking so many answers because perhaps you didn't know how to give those answers when you two were last connected. Because you are showing me that you had to put some things to the rest in the moon for you. In other words, cycle it out. You had to get acquainted with you in the process too. So you were trying to answer your own particular questions about your feelings, what's going on with you, what is your sense of self saying, and you came back with some really strong answers here. You did. That it's important for me to approach this. The idea of it makes me feel good, but I won't have expectations. Okay? And I'm going to try, and I'm going to show enthusiasm towards this. What the reaction be, I don't know, but that's not the point. And if you've been around my channel long enough, you will have heard me say that other people's reactions are beyond our control. All we can do is hold ourselves responsible for what we do know about ourselves. And we can present that with the best of our energy, or we won't. I just know the Virgo I'm looking at says, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay? So good on you. Okay? All right, let's get some advice for you. Let's get some advice, please. Advice, please, for Virgo. Yeah, there was some frustration here. So here's the nitty-gritty. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands. Yeah. There was some discord, fighting, a breaking, okay, of what otherwise is quite strong, I believe, between you two. You might share environments, community, that kind of thing. All right. That's the bigger metaphor behind it had to do with time, conviction, and we're not agreeing on the same principles of what constitutes time, energy, and effort. There was argument over that. So there was plenty of foundation between you two. In other words, you're both very experienced, you're both very responsible, but neither one of you could get on the same page, either regarding feelings or rather the execution of the time, energy, and effort put into this, whatever this is. You can't presume to know what any relationship context is based on a 10 of Pentacles, you know. But I can tell that the argument seems to stem from making room, making time, understanding priorities, and if this person's important, learning to make more time for each other. But fighting over very basic concepts of time, energy, and effort. And what does it mean? You know, it's, if we mean something to each other, shouldn't we be putting more into this? And there's always an argument or an excuse about why things weren't developing despite all the resources between you two to perfectly develop something, you know. So taking out that particular argument about resources or time, energy, and efforts and constructive efforts and getting on the same page about those same constructive efforts, you know, this is one of the things we had to understand. How am I contributing to this? How are they contributing to this? Do I even want to? Is that speaking to me? Do I have the energy for this? The answer is yes. The positive energy is here. But perhaps there was discord about how to make it happen in the 3D. Okay? To get on the same constructive efforts with each other. And there was discord around this, kind of chaos. It's like, how can we both be so resourceful, reliable, hardworking, and neither one of us knows how to give to each other in the same equal way? You know what I mean? Okay. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to do, like always, a brief yours in there. So take what resonates, leave it does not, reverse energies as it applies. What's going on, please? For Scorpio and their person. Show me Scorpio and their person. What's going on, please? For Scorpio and their person. It's so funny. In the last in-depth, which was the fall review, I mentioned that my birthday is November 19th based on one of the oracle cards. I'm like, oh, 19, yay, 19. I don't remember why, but I brought up my birth date, and I can't believe how many of you said yours is November 19th as well. Yes, that's so awesome. Yay to all my Scorpios on November 19th, but regardless, rejoice that you are indeed a Scorpio, because that's really fundamentally what matters. Not that I'm biased. Okay, King of Wands, Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I just know that one day it will happen. I don't know, but I like that. It's kind of like, I'm not saying you're waiting. It's kind of like that open-ended energy that's positive. So it's like, I don't ever recommend you wait unless you know there's something worth waiting for. But you're telling me, well, it's more like anticipation. And it feels right to you. It's like something will move forward in time. I feel it. I don't know what that is to you. I've been seeing Three of Wands for you so much lately, and it's not just waiting, it's anticipation of something more. And you always feel it like it's on the horizon. You're like, if it takes a minute, it takes a minute. I'm not in a rush. I feel good. King of Wands. I feel confident about this, Christina. Don't worry about it. I don't even know what's connected to anybody. Knight of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Hermit. Oh. Okay. Tricky. Very tricky. So you are in a generally good disposition. You are. I don't see you waiting for anyone or anything specifically at all. You just generally feel good and confident about being you. And you're like, something will come to me in time. Don't worry about it. I love that. That's some of my favorite kind of energies, you know? When you get out of the busyness and the responsibilities of foundation energy and work energies and family energies, when you're on your kind of like singular own like this, that kind of general, everything will be fine in time. If it's slow, it's slow, it's fine. I love that. You're open to suggestions, but you feel good about you, and that's great. I got someone hovering, and I mean hovering. I don't know if it's going to be hovering for much longer. There seems to be something coming forward. It's either coming toward you or from you. I really don't know. And I'll tell you why, because I don't see you doing anything. You seem to be fine. You seem to be just fine. Not just anticipating good things for you in the future, but it's open-ended. It's non-specific. And then I got some heavy energy around you. Somebody was a little bit of a fibber. Okay. It was not so much as a lie or something even mean that I saw with Tauruses, which was very distinct. This is a Five of Swords for different reasons. It's attached to a Knight of Cups. That's different. That's like emotional fibbing. So as we know, the Knights are responsible for moving our energy outside of us, and yours is just, it's going at a particular pace, so I'm not worried about it. I love that. That's great. They have a Knight of Cups that came toward you at some point, but it was emotional dishonesty. Either somebody was being dishonest with their feelings, or they self-sabotaged in regarding to their expression of their feelings towards you. In other words, they didn't at all. That's a form of self-sabotage. Either straight up lying about your feelings, sidestepping them, lying about them, or not revealing them. Take your pick. That's quite a bit to work with. Either way, it adds up to disruption and the unauthentic self. Okay, so someone here was not authentic with their feelings, be they straight up a lie or just not addressing it or not revealing them. There was a lack of clear emotional expression that made sense or was honest or was forthright. Again, not revealing one's feelings is not too dissimilar than lying about them. It's still an active withdrawal. It's self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is self-sabotage. You either shoot yourself in the foot or you don't, you know? Here's the good news. They want to heal about it. Hermit. So that's good. So long as that healing is legit, then I'm cool with it. Because these things do happen. I understand that. I don't know if this person's always like this, in which case you couldn't take that healing seriously. However, if this person had a moment, or they were insecure, or they were afraid to reveal, or they just weren't comfortable in expressing their feelings, because they have them, they're here, the Knight of Cups, they're here. The feelings for this person are here, but they were not expressed either honestly or at all. Regardless, it caused some self-sabotage damage. And they're like, I would like to heal with you. Their energy, at least, is expressing that way, so they would like to. What's actually being done about it, I don't know, but you'll find out eventually, I believe, with that Ace of Pentacles, because someone's putting forward an offer. It's not coming across as new. It could be that you do have a new job opportunity. I'm just not seeing it that way. But to me, I'm seeing it as an offer, a gesture, a gift, something that indicates I'm here and I want to put some work into this. Solid. What's shared is, oh boy, it's 6 of Wands, and then it went 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands. So again, this is one of those kind of classic trademarks. When it felt good, and when it didn't, it didn't. Yeah, there is. I think what happened is that you two exchanged more of that fire visibility. This feels good between us, but there wasn't probably enough emotional expression to sustain it. And then the 5 of Cups to 10 of Wands. So obviously there's disappointment here. There is regret, and there's a sense of heaviness attached to that regret. So not only is somebody feeling regret, they feel it intensely. So that's intense regret. It's weighing on heavily on someone. Okay. But when it felt good, it felt good. You know? So that's a lot of burden, intensity, heaviness surrounding regret, or attached to it. So I know someone is really heavily weighed down with this missed opportunity, with not coming forward with their feelings correctly or authentically or revealing them at all. Okay. And it weighs on the spirit, it weighs on the soul. When we don't speak to our authentic selves, we pay a price. And don't get me wrong, you can still pay a price for speaking to your authentic self. This is me, these are my feelings, and somebody can shut it down, say hell no, and then you're going to feel regret too, but not really. After time passes, you'll understand that at least you spoke to yourself as best you could. So there's always a relief in that. But when it's the other way around, you don't get any relief. It just gets worse. It's like heartburn that won't go away. In fact, it increases over time. Why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? I should have said this. I should have said that. So even if you do reveal your thoughts and feelings about a situation, place, circumstance, job, family member, whatever, and you're rejected, you're going to feel like it's whole up front, but down the line, you're not the one with regrets. And when we're not authentic, you end up paying that bill in some way. You might have spared yourself, the embarrassment of talking about your feelings or your thoughts in that moment, but you'll end up paying the price later, and that's what I'm kind of saying here. So in terms of that Ace of Pentacles, who's dropping it? If it's coming towards you, if it's coming from you, I don't know. I just don't see you looking out on the horizon on anyone specific. You have it generally, I feel pretty good. I'm not saying you're over the moon. I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm not saying you're like, ooh, party, Scorpio, party. No, I'm saying you feel generally confident with the King of Wands. You have a sense of direction, and you're not hurried. You're just not hurried. It's generally, you just seem to be literally open to good suggestions from the universe. So when the Ace of Pentacles drops, I don't know. I see enough of the history between you two that yes, it would warrant a healing type situation. And it is going to require some authentic work, especially if somebody put themselves, or rather this connection, in a space of mistrust because they wouldn't speak the truth or they lied about what they were feeling. So yeah, the offer to do something about it would have to be just as legit. It has to be comparable to the damage that was done. You see what I'm saying? So if the offer is big enough to heal, then it can help negate the negativity that was born, between you two. Authenticity is what I'm speaking to. All right. Advice, please. Show me the advice, please, for Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune, time has passed. Chariot, moving forward from the heartbreak. Yeah, you're telling me you're not waiting on anybody. You're not. Time has passed for you. And that you have moved forward from any sense of rejection. In other words, I'm not saying you're completely over it, but what I'm saying is that you're doing just fine. That you have moved forward. You're not in a place to fear the heartbreak or the pain or the rejection. Time has passed for you. Okay? And I'm not saying you're completely over it. I'm not saying you're like, oh, like I said, you're over the moon or you're out there partying. What I'm saying is that you look like a steady Scorpio. And if this person never comes forward in the interest of really, I mean, you can say that I want to heal with somebody or feel that way, but if you don't do anything about it, then you don't do anything about it. What you want means nothing if you're not willing to back it up, right? In which case it just remains a theory. So what they're saying is, regardless if this person comes forward or not with the interest of healing, you'll be fine because you've already started kind of moving away from this a long time ago, and you started doing repair work a long time ago. And I think that's why I'm saying a generally sort of positive disposition for you, because you're not back there mourning. You probably already did all that. Time has passed, they're saying, Wheel of Fortune. You've made ample strides in the Chariot in moving forward from pain in the rejection of the pain. I believe somebody rejected your feelings or something, you know, because Three of Swords classically is fear of rejection. And it's like I've moved past, maybe not all of it, but a big dang chunk of it. You know, that's the way it should be. I never get so irritated as that, you know, pain happens, guys. I know, pain happens. If you're alive, you've experienced pain, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of it, any of it. And you as a human is not defined by how much you cling to it, but how much you recover from it. And I see way too many people in comments, and I hear the stories in real life, I just can't get over it, I just can't get over it. And they'll be saying that same shit, same record, pushing that same record 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I just can't get over it. No, yes you can. You just don't believe that you can, because like holding on to pain somehow makes it more sanctified. Rather, it's just us being afraid of rejection, so we refuse to move on from it, lest it happen again. And I am sympathetic, but at some point, you got to stop being sorry for yourself and move on. Would it be nice to heal with this person? Absolutely. Especially if that's what they're inclined to do. But you also have to realize you may not get it. And the Scorpio I'm looking at says you probably didn't anticipate getting healing from this person, which forced you to move on. You know? When you kind of understand, you can look at somebody who's like, they're probably not going to be interested in healing. If they couldn't be honest with their feelings, there's no way they're going to heal. Yeah, it would make sense then that time has passed and you've already started the motions of moving on. You know what not to expect. And if they do offer Ace of Pentacles, great. May it be authentic. And because it's what they want to do to repair that damage, I just see... Because if anybody felt like that, I'd want them to try. I really would. And get that regret out. That's so intense, man. It's so intense. Like I said, it's like heartburn. It just gets worse. It doesn't get better. I'd want them to fix that or try to fix it for themselves. Never mind the connection. I don't want anyone to feel... I don't want my worst enemy to feel like that, you know? I'm not into that. I don't think you are either. So if they do, great, but you also don't seem to expect anything from them either. So that's probably a good thing. Okay. And if they do, like I said, great. May something come from it. Scorpio, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Pisces, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to do a brief yours and theirs. So, take it resonates, leave it does not, reverse energies as it applies. What's going on, please? Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces in their process. What's going on? What's up? Okay, Nine of Cups, the Moon, Two of Wands. You're telling me that you feel good, but that you're subconsciously possibly not entirely aware that you're waiting on something. What's going on? Four of Wands, relationship energy, Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man. I can kind of see, what are you waiting for in this relationship, honey? What are you waiting for? I would love to clarify that because that is your power card. You're telling me that you generally feel pretty good. 9 of Cups. I like that. That's good. But then you're also saying I'm kind of waiting for something, but I don't really know it, or I'm not entirely aware of it. What are you waiting on? I got somebody surrounding you. 4 of Wands, Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's what I'm... Okay, so that's what... Okay. 4 of Swords. Yeah, you need to rest and contemplate on these things. I agree. You're subconsciously waiting on something while you're over here feeling good about you, and that's great. It's like this person who's having this relationship with you, they acknowledge it with the Queen of Swords. They acknowledge a relationship. It could be marriage, may not be. Okay? Doesn't matter. 4 of Wands is whatever you two make of it. They know and recognize the relationship in you, but there's part of them that's been suspended. And I don't quite know what that suspension is, but it's taken them kind of out of character and into a place of I'm contemplating deep things right now. Cool. I don't know what that is, but they do seem a little distant, even though they're in proximity to you. I'm thinking emotionally and spiritually distant from you, but again, they're physically in your world. I see that right here. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. That's very 3D energy. That's extremely 3D. That's 3D on top of 3D on top of 3D. So I know it's established. I know that you two have a balancing system. I know that you two likely created or co-created this foundation. You're both used to contributing something to it. Somebody is 8 of Swords. I don't want to see something. And it's looking like whatever it is they don't want to see involves feelings. Now, it could be that you are wondering where this person's feelings, because they're out there in Hanged Man mode. Hopefully it's active Hanged Man. In other words, they're learning something, not passive, which is just killing time. All cards have crows. I was trying to combine those. All cards have pros and cons. Okay. You can either be active or passive in Hanged Man. And they're trying to work through something. That they say they need perspective about this relationship. Perhaps they said I need to time out from this relationship. That could be it as well. And that's perhaps why you are subconsciously waiting. Or not really acknowledging that you're waiting. You say you feel okay, that you feel pretty positive towards this. You're resting and healing too. 4 of Swords. That was in your overview. Maybe they needed a time out to understand this relationship and what it means to them. Maybe you needed something similar, but a part of you is waiting for them to kind of better clarify what this relationship means to them. Because it seems like you two have built quite a bit together in terms of resources, finances, stability, networking, connectivity, family, friends, all that. Far-reaching, very far-reaching. But we can't quite see, somebody here can't quite see themselves in it. 8 of Swords. What does this mean to me? I can't feel it. It's there. It's in front of me. I can look at it every day. I can pay the same bills that you can. I can balance the same check that you can. I have access to the same network and community that you do. How come I can't see myself in it? 8 of Swords. It's very contemplative to both of you. It is contemplative. What they'll learn, I don't know. And part of you is waiting for them to kind of understand what it is that they're learning so you have a better report of how they're experiencing this relationship. In the meantime, you seem to be resting up yourself. Okay? I'm sorry I don't have anything more conclusive. I just know that your two's world is very solid, very joined up, joined at the hip. But somebody here distinctly says they have a hard time seeing themselves in it. Like, I'm here, I contributed to this, I co-created this with you. What does it mean? How come I can't feel myself in it? I can see the heavy contemplation in this person. And I can kind of see you unintentionally waiting on them to give you more of an idea of where they are or how they're feeling about this relationship and what it means to them. So I don't know why you two are going through such a heavy contemplation phase. But if it's necessary, then it's necessary. And if it's a timeout you both need, then don't get me wrong, I don't mean timeout as in you're separated. You could be temporarily separated. It doesn't feel like that. It just kind of feels like you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually doing your thing. So are they. But you two share a life, I believe. Okay? Yeah, part of you is kind of like waiting for them to reveal what they've been learning or thinking about. Get some advice, please, for Pisces. I'm sorry I don't have more. It's interesting. I wonder what all the big thoughts are about. That is a serious question. You shouldn't be building worlds like that with somebody if you can't see yourself in it or ask yourself why you did it. That's kind of a problem, so I can kind of see why timeout is necessary a little bit. Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands. There's been some discord here for sure about the truth. The truth of what? Ace of Swords. Strong truth. Somebody here resists the truth. Resist the truth. Nine of Wands, repetition of behavior. Five of Wands, arguing. Somebody keeps arguing a point that they don't seem to know what the hell it is. You know, you ever met somebody like that, or you're in connection with somebody like that? You always argue about the same point, but neither one of you ever gets to the point. It's kind of like that. It's like we're fighting, and we fight all the time, but we never get to the point of the argument, or it never resolves. This is an ongoing argument or ongoing concern. We do want to cut through it, but it's like bull through the china shop. We don't want to do that. So it's kind of like perhaps that's why you both are being quiet and taking respective mental, emotional, spiritual time out. Again, you two are like this in each other's proximity. But 3/4 of you both are detached a little bit. And it's kind of like, I'll take my quiet space, you take your quiet space if we both agree to not argue. You learn some stuff, I'll learn some stuff, and then we'll come back to the table and try to address this without arguing or blocking each other's point. I'll try to do a better job listening to your point, and you do a better job listening to my point, but we both need to clarify our points, otherwise we just keep arguing about the same damn thing. Make sense? Okay. Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your bonus check-in. We're going to do a baseline reading only of yours and theirs, no clarifiers. So take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies. Show me Cancer in the person. Like always, with your person, it does not have to be a significant other, spouse, or lover. It's whoever fits that particular bill. And if no one fits that bill, check your other placements. Yeah? There you go. What's going on, please? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Show me Cancer in the person, please. Show me Cancer in their person. Show me Cancer in their person. Show me Cancer in their person. What is going on? Oh, honey. 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. We got some spilled cups here. And there you are, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you got some sadness in you about someone whom we would like to emotionally harmonize with. This is my cup. This is your cup. Let's put our cups together and try to harmonize, please. This is just between you and I. I don't want to feel sad. And there is sadness in you. There is sadness and regret surrounding someone else's emotions. And it sucks because you have a fullness of heart here. Okay. Let's see who this is. Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. What to do, what to do, what to do. Somebody wants to do something, but they're not sure of what. They feel very strongly inclined to do something. That Hierophant there, he's kind of a big permissions guy, yes or no. So he's not showing up unless there's a kind of spiritual punctuation mark on the whole concept. I want to do something. I feel like I'm supposed to. But reality here, what? Ace of Pentacles, that's heavy earth right there. But there's a reality here of what? Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, I don't know. It looks like temporary, I don't know what to do. The Ace of Pentacles has so much more strength than the 2. It feels like there's a decision between choice 1 and choice 2. Like someone's trying to hammer down or nail down a particular point about which way to go. So it's not completely up in the air as I'm completely lost and clueless. No, I think we're trying to narrow in on an option of quote-unquote what to do. I think somebody's very close about what to do. To try to do something, to put some sort of realistic energy into this connection. Okay. 8 of Wands, and there's the solution. 8 of Wands, the Star, oh, you cheeky, you're just like, Christina, I'm a little upset. Okay, I'm a little upset. Oh, Queen of Cups, I'm hurt a little bit because I love this person. And I want them to tell me that they love me because I love them, and that's all I know. I love you, Cancer, honey. I'm not giving you a hard time. That could be a person. Keep in mind that these can be reversed. That's very water characteristic right here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And this is heavy earth, but regardless of who is who, their characteristics are here enough to tell you who's who, okay? And the shared energy between you two is stupid. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Cancer. 8 of Wands, the Star, the Lovers. Of course it is. Of course. Of course it is. The Magician. I want something to happen. I know. So you are manifesting something to happen. What that something is, I don't know. And it's funny because something is happening. There is activity being generated right now as we speak, and it might come in the form of a surprise, either by you or by them. However, I do see it as this person. Heavy earth energy here, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But then we got a smorgasbord of energy over here as well. So don't get hung up on signs is my point. They're close to doing something, actually. They're like one pentacle away. Okay, they got a couple ideas knocking around. The point is, behind that Hierophant, I know it's legit. Okay, so that means there is a calling here to do something. And he can show up and maybe nothing gets authorized, but this person's trying to authorize some energy. They just haven't figured out what. So they're contemplating a couple of things. And once they figure out what that one pentacle is, then they'll move it forward, okay, in terms of some sort of energetic contribution. Here's what I want to do about this. To solve it, to fix it, to bring it into reality in some way. And what's shared between you two is like I said, it's absolutely beautiful. Just, again, I know I'm going to sound cheesy and very Oprah. That's cool. I'm fine with that because sometimes life is like this. 8 of Wands, the stars, the lovers. I mean, you are literally each other's hope and wish. And strongly connected. I think if that's all it said between you two, that would be just fine. That would be A-okay. Have I told you lately? Have I told you lately that you're my lover? And I know it in here. I don't know. Whatever that sounds like. I know. Just because I'm romantic or a poet doesn't mean other people are, right? So still, I just feel like if the bare bones of that 8 of Wands was communicated, you and I have a special connection. It doesn't always make sense to either one of us, but I feel inherently something different in it compared to any other connection I've ever had. That's it. I feel like if that was communicated, your sadness would go away, and that sense of not knowing what to do, it would go away. So you are manifesting. You may not know exactly what you're manifesting. I just think you want some sort of resolution here within your spirit, within your emotion, something, anything. And I have to repeat this. Something is being generated. I see the contemplation of it right here, but it's solid contemplation. So I respect that. I got A and B. Which one's better, A or B? This or that. It could be anything from the form of a communication to an idea, to a gift, to something. I don't know, but you're pulling it in, and part of them is wanting, in their own spiritual way, to do it too. Otherwise, they wouldn't be contemplating this at all. Okay. So if you two are wanting some sort of solution, yeah, it's being generated right now as we speak. I don't know when it's going to land, though, but I just know that what's between you is so fucking beautiful. It's so beautiful. You're each other's dreams, hopes, wishes, wants, desires, and the lovers. And 8 of Wands. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. You know what's funny though? Like you and somebody else I saw. Who was it? I think it was one of the air signs, maybe, who might have been dealing with a water sign as well. All they wanted was that exchange of emotional information, if you will, as well. These are my, because you have a huge heart space here. Queen of Cups, beautiful, right? And then we have the 2 of Cups. I want to share emotions with you. That's it. And I'm sad and I'm hurt that we couldn't do that. That's all I needed to know. And if this person's earth-oriented, they might have more of that disposition of what can I do realistically to resolve this, and in a way that kind of shows their feelings. Instead of expressing them, they're probably more comfortable showing it. So perhaps somewhere in between you two can meet. I don't know. But it's worth it to try. Look at that beautifulness. That's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I do. I understand that in my own way. May we all be so fortunate. But it can also be one of the most frustrating connections in the world. But oh, honey, when it's worth it, it's worth it. You know? When it's worth it, it's worth it. Oh, look at that. Just, divine deliciousness, honey. I can't even deal with it. The Magician. So you are manifesting something, and unbeknownst to you, possibly, they are generating activity. It's coming through. That tells me you both want it. Of course you do. You're both highly, divinely connected. Yeah, you're both going to be manifesting in your own way. Sure, 100%. All right, good luck to them. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They literally got half of it right here. They're looking at it. It's just they have yet to resolve on which option is the best option. For approach, communication, I don't know. What's going on, please? I just hope it's visible enough that you can see it. Because with energy like that, we don't want to get confused. You know? We want to make sure we know who it's coming from, what it represents, that kind of thing. So that way there's no more confusion. But that's absolutely beautiful. Oh, good luck to you both. It's so funny because you're both showing me a 2 and 2 on the midline. Like, all I wanted was the feelings, and they're like, I'm trying to figure out how to deliver that. And so it's like, did it just occur to you to say what your feelings are? I think that's, I think that's all you wanted. But I don't know. You know? Some people are much more comfortable, you know, showing and doing compared to, say, expressing, you know. All right. I don't know. It's so beautiful. No. That's so beautiful. Okay. Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Nine of Cups. See, there's a little bit of a warm-up energy here. I know I got somebody looking at somebody. I do. Somebody here's looking at somebody, and there's a waiting element. It's a waiting element. I'm looking at this situation, or I'm looking at that person, and I'm waiting for the timing to be right, or for the feeling to be right, Nine of Cups, or we're waiting for this idea that the other person might be in a good receiving mood. I don't know. But there is there's a smaller don't catch me looking at you energy. Like, you know how it is when you just look up and they were looking at me. You know that? Except it's not a stranger, it's a person you know. So it's like I got someone looking at the other person and waiting for the energy to be good, or to sense that feels good, or wish fulfillment, or the right time, the right day. And I don't know what that is. But it's not completely disconnected. It's smallish right now. It's at a distance right now. But it's kind of like a matter of time before realistic activity comes through. Okay? And also we need to kind of level up into what makes us feel good or what feels right to us. And then we'll have a sharper idea of what to do. But I know. I think what you wanted to manifest from this situation is so simple. I just wanted to know what your feelings were. You know? As far as I can tell, that's all you wanted. You know? But gosh, dang, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I know if I clarified this, I'd see a mess. I know I'd see a mess. Oh, honey, Lovers is almost always 100% a hot mess at some point on the timeline. Oh, but it's a beautiful hot mess, isn't it? It has to be worth it, honey. It has to be worth it. That's why those connections are so freakishly strong. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it. The insanity attached to those connections wouldn't be worth it unless they were that strong. How else could you who was it that said that? Who was the guy the comedian that smashed the watermelons? What was his name? He said, why do you think God makes babies so cute? So you won't kill him. Why do you think the lovers' connection is so strong? It keeps you coming back to level up, try harder, be stronger, do more, learn more, grow more. That way you can earn the other person. That's why. If that connection wasn't that strong, you'd have no desire to change. That's why. Okay? Anyway. I hope that helped you. It is beautiful, though. Frustrating, but beautiful. And I see something coming through. Okay, I hope that helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well. Hey, everybody. Just a couple of notes. Nothing too extensive. So, after we finish up the fall review in this coming week, the next round of readings will be the Moving On reads. Very excited to have implemented those. This will literally be the second round of them. Moving on, if you are not familiar, is exactly what it sounds like. Moving on with our lives. And any particular area does not have to pertain to relationships necessarily. It's just the concept of how we're moving ourselves forward. They have quickly become one of my favorite reading types because they are strictly non-reversal. So, in other words, not for the faint of heart. For people who are not really familiar with real tarot, okay. The idea is really to learn more about the self, not so much the other person. All right, so moving on. It's coming up in a week, you guys. And then also for the Sunday shuffle, let's talk about that. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the topics of what you would like to see read, because I have a whole bunch of ideas, but since the Sunday shuffle is a little bit more flexible because they are shorter, let me know your topics. I get requests from everything from, oh gosh, where's the singles readings? Where's the new love readings? I typically don't do those because people can and will insist on seeing their ex, even if I say it's new. But I'll be open to it, I promise. I want to hear a reasonable case for it, though. But yeah, I'd just like to hear from you guys for the Sunday Shuffle. They can be short readings, not extended ones, okay? But short readings, stuff that I can compartmentalize for you very quickly. Different topics up for discussion that you would love to hear about. And I will take those into consideration, yeah? Otherwise, I'll just do a round of open readings for the next Sunday Shuffle, okay? So, again, love to hear your thoughts. Put them down below, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic September, ushering into that fall energy, which I love so much. I think I've made that perfectly clear by now, but I hope that you're feeling it too, is my point. You guys, take care. Be well.